Hey Max, what's up? You going to war? You got your army hat on.
Yeah, it's wartime, so I'm just prepared if something happens.
Yeah, you guys did join NATO. I did see that. And we got
Yeah.
Riley down here, who's probably going to be called Pixelated Riley because his camera is like going from 720p to 180. We like back on dial-up days there. Riley, what's going on, man? Good to have you back on the show.
Yeah, it must be the internet or something. I don't know, but yeah, it's good to be back. Happy. Kind of back, I guess. Pixelated.
You do look like you're in prison at this moment, and probably your internet is probably like prison internet. But
I'm on some McDonald's Wi-Fi right now, I guess.
Oh, janky. We would do it no other way. We might have to just turn off your camera at some point and just have voice. But anyway, you know what?
Yeah.
We got a podcast to talk about. There was a big 10 scale race. Let's talk about that. But first we have to drop that intro.
Nitro is the glory, but Ebuggy pays the bills. Welcome to the No Name RC podcast. Get ready for some serious bench racing. But be warned, we speak our minds, express our thoughts, and sometimes things can get a little rowdy.
Hate, and he just was influenced by the hate coming from the left, the hate coming from the right.
And let's get back to more club racing and less of this money-grabbing book racing.
It's hard not to be arrogant when you're always right.
Yeah. See what I mean? That's exactly why people call you arrogant, Max.
You may not agree with everything we say, but it's definitely worth a listen.
And our pick, can you stop whatever you're doing?
Join your host, Lefty the Great, with co-hosts and guests as they get together to chat RC.
Hey, after that race that I watched this morning, I have to talk about it.
Here we go. $100 right here, $100 throw. Oh no! I like this.
Yes, indeed, Nitro's the glory, but Ebuggy pays the bills. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode number 190 of the No Name RC podcast. I'm your host, Keenan White, aka Lefty the Great. To my virtual left, in his army hat, is Max Mort. What's up, Max? Say hello to everybody.
Hi, everyone. I'm going to the track tomorrow, so that's going to be nice.
So exciting. And back with us to do some 10 scale talk today. We're calling him Pixelated Riley because his camera's acting up. What's up, Riley? How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good, but my internet must be lacking. It's not doing that good.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I'm going to the track tomorrow. It's gonna be awesome.
I'm not going to any track tomorrow, unfortunately. But I am doing some wrenching. No, I know I don't. But we're going to talk about that in a little bit. I want to say my thank yous and my spiel first. So before I go on any further, thank you to everybody that supports the podcast. We can't do it without you guys, the NNRC Squad around the world. We had a lot of interaction on IG last week as well. A lot of people enjoyed having Beaker back. He's freaking out over Vice Champions. We will have him on later on this week. I will record with him tomorrow. So he's like, I'm passionate right now. So we got something good coming later on. So we're not even going to talk about that much. Yes, that's what he said. So thank you to all the NNRC squad who's been participating in that. I think you guys like our little reels and all that stuff. Share that stuff. It's fun. And thank you. We guys are supported all around the world. Seeing the downloads go up. That's great. Seeing the likes, the notification button, subscribe button on that YouTube channel going off. Remember to hit that button as well. Share the NNRC squad and the YouTube for us. Shout out to all the patrons of the podcast. We can't do it without you guys. Thank you guys for your help. Yeah, we just can't do it. You guys go the extra mile. You'll get early release of JQ's rant tomorrow. So that's good. And thank you to the sponsors, man. We can't do this without sponsors. Remember, everybody, showing the sponsors some love, shows the podcast some love. There are links, affiliate links, coupon codes so you can save some money. There's affiliate links, help us out. We got a little slice. But they're all in the links in the written description of this podcast. And their sponsors are Invisible Speed, TZO Tires, High Tech RC, TNR Fuels, Beach RC, Mayako, Techno RC, Lugs Racing Tires, JQSM, G-Spec RC Tuning for all your cabling needs, Racecraft USA for all your pitting needs, Papa Willie's Traction Tonic for all your traction needs, Clinic RC, he's got some cool products. I think I'm going to get his droop gauge and his drain, his diff drain. RCGP, House of RC, shout out to David Ronafalk and his shop. JTP RC, we're going to talk about Jared dropping his new motor. And yeah, shout out to those guys. Remember, everybody showing them some love, shows us some love. Help us out. Show the sponsors some love. All right, guys, real quick before we go on any further, as we're recording this, it's Tuesday, and it is the 24th of May. This is actually a holiday in Bermuda as well. So it's 24th of May. It's like a national holiday. It's usually when we party and we have fun. But we're gonna celebrate. It will be celebrated on Friday. But today is actually Max, your newest rival's birthday. It's Barry Baker's birthday today. Happy birthday to the fabulous one. Yes. He
why didn't I know that? Happy birthday to Barry.
Yes. He messaged me this morning, and he told me the other day that he thinks I'm scared to have him on the podcast with you and Joseph. And I said, no, it's more about logistics. You know, you guys are 7 hours ahead of me. He's 3 hours behind me. But it's happy 52nd birthday to the fabulous one. I was talking to him this morning. He is in full agreement with JQ on the vice champion, and he is actually going to come on next week and be my guest. So we're going to record with him. He says he has a lot to get off his chest, especially about you, Max. So it should be interesting. Maybe we can line it up so we can all do it together, but it's kind of hard.
See, I'm giving you new guests thanks to my. Well, I mean, he's an old guest, but
yes, but people have wanted him back on, and we have some great conversations.
Yeah. He has some great stories. He's been in RC for so long, and like he was in California, like Orange County and all that, like where everyone was.
Yeah. Also, big shout out and congratulations to my friend Danny the Hammer Smith and his wife Lisa, aka Pit Chick. Their YouTube channel is like super growing. They got 20 million views on a short, I think, of her refueling a car. And wow, I've watched their YouTube grow to like 12,000 subs off that, and that's really cool. And yeah, congratulations to them. You know what I mean? I'm still watching my one video on TikTok get like 1,000+ views or more a day, which isn't much, but it's going up, and it's just of that 5th scale car leaving pit lane. All right, so anyway, what's been going on with you, Max? Let's tell us what's been up with you. You have a nationals coming up this weekend, you versus JQ. Yeah. I really think this should have been you versus JQ. Winner of this race gets to go to RCGP, but I never got to propose that to JQ, and I know he would have never accepted that.
Yeah, I guess that would have been a good idea, but yeah, I mean, I've been at the track like twice this year.
Okay,
like tracks open at quite late, and I was sick and then busy and then sick again, so I couldn't go to this track. So now I will go in tomorrow again, just the final run in before the race.
All right.
Nothing much more. Just getting back into racing and such.
So you're just like pretty much breaking your car in then. You haven't even started doing anything.
Well, I mean, the car is broken in. I mean, okay. I started testing and all that. Just like final test before the race and check that everything's working.
So tell us, like, how are you liking your Mayako? Like, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't spoken about it. No, but I mean, it's been great. The car drives.
Don't give me that. It's so dialed attitude. Don't give me that on this podcast. Give me the truth.
So dialed.
Like, it's my car so dialed. Just tell me,
it's very natural to drive. It doesn't have too many sort of tweaks that it always does. Like a lot of cars have their issues that it's like you just can't get rid of them. But this car, like you can tune it much to a lot to your liking, and then you can have it handle very differently, still be fast and easy to drive.
Really?
And yeah, it's the thing about this car is, which is crazy, it's super calm. Like you don't have to worry about it being too nervous. So that's something that I found. I still haven't found a setup for me that I sort of would say is my baseline. But I think I've been working towards it and trying to find what affects anything, because like, yeah, we haven't driven a car before which has a positive a negative offset rear hub with a high KPI front end.
Okay.
So
Uh,
those have been the biggest things. I personally have so far like 0 KPI just because of
Okay.
the linearity of it.
all right. How about compared to your Black Edition? Real quick, just give me a synopsis, and then we'll move on to Riley.
To Black Edition, comparing it, it's just more all around car than the Black Edition. I think the
Okay.
Black Edition had a very sort of narrow path, which it was fast in. But this car sort of takes that speed and that path and then just widens it so that you can work around much different conditions, and the car is much more forgiving for you around different conditions.
Okay.
More options, really.
Sweet. And so the race this weekend is how far away from you?
It's about an hour and a half or so.
Okay, so it's like
It's
a
quite
home
close,
track.
but
Yeah.
kind of I mean, it's one of them, like, people always go there because it opens first in the spring because it's right in the south.
Mm-hmm.
So like that's the first track to open. So almost everyone knows the track quite well. So it's gonna be an interesting race.
Sweet. Well, I hope you beat JQ. Really, I do. Because I know that's all he's gonna talk about is beating you this weekend. Riley,
Yeah.
what's up, dude? What about you?
What's the question?
What have you been up to, dude? It's been a while since you've been on her.
Well, I just moved to Omaha. That's a pretty big life change for me. It's the biggest city I've ever lived in. Technically, I don't even live in the city. I kind of live in the country of Omaha, which is like just the surrounding area. But yeah, no, small city near Omaha. It's 15-minute drive to the Plex, which is so nice. I love living really close to the track. It's been a few years since I've lived close to a track like this, and so yeah, just trying to make the most of that. But we just finished the first round of the summer series at the Plex. We had 211 entries, which is like more than the nationals and like the last couple 10 scale races. So that's huge for the hobby Plex. Personally, I've switched back to stock. I'm not racing mod until I do well at a national.
Pink Pinion.
Yeah, I'm full on Pink Pinion right now, but I'm gonna stay that way until I do good at a national race. Not so much a national, like a Roar National, but like just like a INS, something like that. If I make the main, I'll probably go back up to mod.
Are you gonna
enjoy like
crazy?
Actually like driving the car full crazy, like titanium stuff?
Yeah, all out in your stock car.
No,
it's okay if you want.
I'm basically just racing my mod car, but in my mod car I also had the ceramic transmission bearings. But other than that, I don't have anything on my car.
Okay.
A couple titanium screws, but like not a kit or nothing.
All right, but you're enjoying it. And you're racing this weekend, right? You're racing at the Plex this weekend?
Yep. Racing Friday and Saturday, family Friday and then Saturday. But yeah, been enjoying racing stock because like you're driving the car so much differently. It's like I think stock's harder than mod at this point because mod you can clear everything easily. You can learn how to build grip, and the slipper saves you a lot. But so I did take my slipper out. That's like the only like lightweight thing I've done to my car.
Okay, right.
But yeah,
all right,
yep.
So does the Plex get a lot of 10 scale entries as well?
Dude, they get so many. We just filled up our INS race, which has 300. But for local races, it gets quite a good 10 scale showing. I'd say
on the
it's
dirt,
bigger
right?
than their 8 scale showing. Yep.
On the same dirt track. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So in the summer, it's 10 scale, and in the winter they don't race much of. They don't even club race 10 scale except for on Fridays. But so their Friday is like their like novice Plex day, bring whatever, run whatever. It doesn't really matter. But then their Saturdays, they're like actual club day. And so in the winter it's 8 scale, and in the summer it's 10 scale.
Riley, I do think you're gonna have to turn off your camera. It's kind of lagging a little bit.
Man.
And pixelating.
Here, I'll try without the camera.
There we go. But now we're just gonna see a talking dot. That's right. You're gonna have to we're gonna have to get Riley some better internet. All right, so I've been busy. I've been wrenching. I finished off a white edition, an actual white edition, like the old white edition that I've had it for a while. It's been on there. Finished that off. I'm waiting for a Dremel proper sanding wheel so I can do my finish off my body and all that stuff. Started on my Techno truck, which is cool. I have not built a different 8 scale platform, even though it's 10 scale, I guess, but you know what I mean. I've not built and this is made out of all the Techno stuff that you will get on their kits, race kits. So it's nice to build something different. You know, this is my first 8 scale type kit that I've built differently from a JQ in many, many years. And speaking of many, many years, it's this weekend kind of marks, or this date kind of marks 5 years kind of where I met JQ and started this crazy ride that we're on so far. So it was May. He had come here for the race, and getting back to my doing RC of some extent. I have a video that I'm unboxing video of this boat that I'm going to try and do over 100 miles an hour with. I'm going to do all of that and get all that going and put it on the YouTubes and celebrate. Just trying to get back doing RC. I can't really race, so I'm going to bash and have fun and do that and geek out over racing. And of course, I'm going to Italy, so that's in the back of my mind, planning for that and RCGP. So all good stuff. But enough about us, guys. It's good catching up with you guys. And then we haven't been together for a podcast for a while. I know everybody doesn't want to hear about what we're doing, but we have to talk about some RC news. And this week's RC news is brought to you by High Tech RC. High Tech RCD is a lead in RC systems, delivering the highest performance and reliability, supported by a dedicated customer service personnel. The HSBC 9381TH servers and the DB778WPs have efficient brushless motors, titanium gears, low consumption, constant output, and a metal case. The DB778WPs are great for your 10 scale on-road and off-road programs. As for the 938, you want to use them in your 8 scale program, and I'm going to be putting them in my Mayako, which I'm going to be building next. They're all manufactured with the high technology and using their industrial servo technology and innovation that they have gotten from that side of servo making. So they also have the RDX2 charger, which I'll be using while I chase my record of going over 100 miles an hour with my boat. It can charge up to 4. It can charge 2 battery packs at a time. I'm charging 2 6S's off it, monitoring off my phone with their Bluetooth dongle. Trust in High Tech, your server and charger headquarters. Visit hightechrcd.com where to buy to find your nearest High Tech retailer. Thank you, High Tech, for all your support. And all right. So going in this week, we have a little bit of news. It was a lot of racing this weekend. Once again, lots of racing everywhere. Dude, I even saw Hara was racing this weekend, Max.
Him?
Yeah.
Never
racing. I guess the Infinity car. He won somewhere in Asia. Just a lot of racing, even in Europe. We had the Ebuggy Euros in Europe, which we're not going to talk about this week, this podcast, because JQ, I'm going to record with him tomorrow, and that will come out Friday. But congratulations to Canas. He won that. And Bruno Coelho second. Who was third? Was it Orlovsky?
Orlovsky third.
Yeah. We're going to go more in depth with that. Lutz went to LCRC. They had a big race up there, nice big Northeast race. Joe Bornhorst went there as well. I read Lutz's race report. They had an epic battle in Nitro, and Lutz came out the victor. Him, Bornhorst, and Mechanic had a great battle. Great track, I'm sure. So congratulations to Lutz. I know he needs that. I don't know what happened to Max's camera, but congratulations to him. A nice win for Lutz. Tebow, he went on to the Lone Star Challenge. So this is the third race in Joey's US Cup, Open Cup, whatever, where he's going to give the winner 10K. So Tebow went there, and he was the only it was Tebow and B-Rose was second, and I think Wiggins third. So the track looked great. I must admit, when they do Thornhill up, it looks so good. Like when they paint the inside. Unfortunately, it doesn't last a long time. They need to seal it like they do at the IBC track with the glue. Paint it, then seal it.
Yeah, but Thornhill always looks pretty great.
I want to
And
go
it's
to that
smooth.
track so bad.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to go.
Yeah, I only live like 9 hours away. I need to go.
Really? That's not like that's a doable drive. Very doable.
Oh yeah, no. People make it all the time. They'll go
Yeah.
they'll go down and club race, like from Kansas
Yeah.
City area, which is fairly close.
Max, what are you doing? You're making all this rattling noise in your mic. Is it
It's
you or is it
rattling?
Riley?
Okay, sorry. Yeah.
So anyway,
No, I hear it, dude. It's not me.
okay, that's
yeah,
Max. Scratchy. Why I brought up this race is because remember that the winner of this is supposed to be the third race in the series that Joey's putting on. So the winner of this race does get $10,000. So Mayfield's won 2, Tebow's won 1, and the last one will be at Joey's track. If he hasn't announced the date. So this could have implications, and money implications. Unfortunately, we can't really follow it anywhere. So we don't know what's really going on here. So I don't know. Riley, did you see that Tebow's new engine dropped officially?
Yeah, I did. What is it? B21, whatever it is. But yeah, it's the newer engine. It looks good. I'm excited for him. I know he's had pretty good luck with his OS MX engines.
Yeah, I think he did a lot of testing. I know he even still used some of his older MX engines until he fully went racing with these. But he finally announced them. It's called the JTP MX N04R. It's the OSB B2104 base engine with MX modifications, EBIS break-in by MX, JTP design cooling head, the 22E carb, 6mm and 6.5mm carb Venturis, OSP3 plug. He says you can purchase these, DM the JTP shop page, or you can shoot them an email at jarrettTebowProducts@yahoo.com. And the price is $600 shipped or $580 in person. Thoughts on this engine there, Max? You're muted. Unmute yourself.
Yeah, I've been hearing good things about Maxim engines, and I've seen them work pretty well. So I doubt they've changed anything massively. So probably be a decent engine. It's like slightly different to the OS, a bit more power too. I don't know if this model is the exact one, but yeah, Maxima engines have been pretty good. Some people have preferred them to the OS, but I don't really know which one's better. But yeah, it's most likely going to be a pretty good engine.
Right, but to see that MX is going to still be modifying them and they're going to be breaking in by MX, I didn't realize they were going to be still that involved with that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the company doesn't go away, even though the old owner passed away, unfortunately. Yeah. But I think the company will still try and stay in RC.
Yeah, we'll see. It'll be interesting. Riley, how about you, man? You said you had some notes. Did you have any news to go over before we move on to some race recaps?
No, most of the stuff that I have notes on is from the race.
All right.
Like just little insides.
Okay, sweet. I mean, that's what we wanted to talk about. Like I said, we were going to talk about the EFRA Ebuggy Euros, but Joseph was there. He also filmed them, by the way. If you guys want to see that, he released the finals. I mean, obviously, they're mostly of Ronnefolk, but, I mean, that's who was there to film, obviously. But once we see those, and I'll have him on her tomorrow, Wednesday, he has a lot to talk about. So even people that listen to the podcast, they're like, oh, yeah, like that in Europe, they message me and saying, oh, the podcast is going to be fire with JQ. So they know something good's coming. So we're going to look at the JConcepts NCTS race that was held up in the Northwest Hobbies, because there were some fireworks up there and there was some good racing. And this was like a warm-up race as well. So before we go on any further, this race recap is brought to you by TNR Fuels, which has nothing to do with this because it's all about 10 scale. But here at the NNRC, we're all about that glory, and that glory is nitro. TNR Fuels is the hottest nitro fuel on the market, owned and operated by Chris Nelson and his family. Made by racers for racers. If you want to get some TNR fuel, get it. I see everybody's getting it. Hit him up. Get some more information to carry it in your hobby shop. He's shipping international as well. Hit him up at chris@tnrfuels.com. Go by, hit up their page on Facebook and Instagram. Give them a like. Shout out to Chris and his family, good people. They got a big project in the works. I can't wait to see all of that come to fruition. Really good people. Check them out. Give them your support, people. Let them know you heard from them on the podcast. All right. JConcepts race this weekend, guys. It's all about 10 scale. Big carpet race, kind of like the warm-up for the first ever carpet nationals that's coming up at this exact race track in a month's time. This was held in Northwest Hobbies, which is pretty interesting in itself because this is an old Sears store, right, Max? So, like a big, I don't know if you know what Sears is, but like a smaller version of Walmart back in the day. You know what I mean? So they have this whole building. They have, let me bring up, my buddy said they have you know anything about this as well, Riley? You haven't been there, have you? It's a little bit out of your way.
Is this the track with like 8 tracks?
Yes.
Yeah. So basically, just imagine a mall that like is for RC cars.
Yes. Yeah. Not like a big giant mall, but
like huge.
Like a Sears. Yeah. Not like a big America's mall, but my buddy said it's a mall located about an hour and a half outside of Portland. It's formerly a Sears building. It has 2 off-road carpet tracks, the large racetrack and a smaller one, about 2/3 of the size that we saw. It also has a medium-sized on-road track, a concrete oval, drift track, a crawler course. It also has like a full shop. And it also has a smaller bash-style track for smaller, moderate RCs. In addition, another part, they have a small engine repair as well as UTV repair area. So these people are combining RC and, other things. Similar to like LCRC. LCRC's RC, and he fixes motorbikes and 4 wheels. So I've been watching this hobby shop grow. The guy was doing a lot of Facebook Lives. I think it's pretty cool. Believe it or not, there's a lot of buildings like this open and empty in America. You know what I mean? Because Sears is going out of, are they still in business, Riley? Or I'm not sure.
I think they might be, but they only have like less than 100 locations.
Right.
So like it used to be massive. There used to be one in every mall, and then after they took it out of my mall, I kind of stopped. I stopped keeping track.
Yeah. So also another example of this was when I was in North Carolina. I went with Mike Hill and his dad. His dad was into slot car racing, drag racing, slot cars and slot cars. So we went, and this was similar. It was like an old mall, and these people had a big spot of it. They had like a little oval track, slot car drag racing, and we did some like slot car racing on their track. Them things were fast. And you just kind of like, it's hard to believe that these big spaces are open, and they're perfect for RC tracks. Like perfect.
Yeah.
In America, there's spaces like that all over, though. Not just old Sears buildings. Like there's just tons of buildings in America that are just vacant, waiting for tenants.
Crazy. I thought the track was pretty good. I liked it. It was super fast, super busy. It was short. I mean, it's not that big, but man, those guys are flying, dude. They were flying so fast. The carpet, man, brings up that traction. Yeah. All right. Well, what are your thoughts on the track? That's what I think. It's fast. Give me you guys' thoughts. This is what a discussion is. Max, Riley, what are your thoughts? You go ahead, Riley. We'll let Riley go second. He's the 10 scale expert.
Do you have the video of the track?
I do. I'll put it up. You talk about the track, and I'll bring up the video of the track.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, carpet is actually, I think, a lot of the times more interesting when the tracks are more sort of American. I think the issue with carpet is the cars go so fast, like overtaking is so difficult. So I don't know, like that's, especially the faster the tracks go, that's always an issue. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a hard call. I like more simple tracks, but then they tend to be more high speed. And this one definitely was more high speed. But then again, it's tiny in size, so it's kind of a weird combo. But yeah, to me, track was okay. Just
It's super fast, dude.
it's so fast, and
For me,
it's impossible to overtake anywhere.
But they did. They
so,
did.
Like, yeah, but without touching and being super clean, and because
Good.
like it's so you have to be so tight, so on the line.
Max isn't too impressed with the track. You go ahead, Riley. Tell us what you think.
so when I first looked at it, I thought it was like it looked like a bigger Plex. Like the Plex has a carpet track, and it kind of looks similar to this, but this one has a little bit longer straightaway. It's just a little bit wider, like long ways wider. But I think the track was all right. I mean, there wasn't really much opportunity to pass. Like after the stairs, you could pass if somebody got it a little wrong, but the chicane onto the straightaway, I think that's a bad idea. And then the chicane after the straightaway, I don't like that, just because 1, it breaks parts, 2, it's high speed, and 3, there's no way you're passing through that. After the straightaway, there should always be a passing area and something that you have to hit, not like a pipe in a chicane. But I don't know. The rest of the layout, it's kind of like American carpet-esque. I could see, but I don't know. It's
Broc
not a racing track that I. Dude, this race is the race that set off all the drama.
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that. This is A1 of 4-wheel drive.
I was talking with Tom, and he thinks that Broc's to blame, but I don't know. I think that Spencer is, because if you watch it in slow motion, all these incidents right here, somebody had a mistake or left the door open before the move was made. And then if the move like got dirty, it's because they came down on each other. Like Spencer, there's a couple of times in this race where Spencer just doesn't leave any room after he got like cleaned out. But
I think
he got cleaned out, and then Broc got the track position, or Spencer got the track position. So I don't see any problem with it. It's gonna happen in the middle, right in front of the driver's stand when it does.
So we're just going to go right into this. Forget it. We're going to go into results and all that there later. Let's get into the drama right off the bat, because that's what people want to hear. All right. So this is A1, right? This is one of the incidents. Right. Now, I actually agree with you on that, Riley. I think that was a racing incident, because I think Rivkin kind of left that door open, and Broc went for it.
Yeah, door was open.
But that was just Rivkin going under. And this is what amazed me. Yeah. Look how fast Rivkin gets back to him.
Yeah.
Obviously, he doesn't go on to win. Broc does. But this is what triggered an already brewing rivalry, because these guys went at the last carpet race in Vegas, I was told.
Yeah, and I mean, there was some...
All right, let's do it like this. We're going to go Max and then Riley. Yeah. So you go ahead, Max.
Yeah, so in my opinion, like, the reason why Broc left is because Associated favorites Rivkin. That's what
I was gonna say.
So I think, like, you know, this rivalry has been there for a while. It's just been trying to be kept on the wraps, and now it's like full blown. And like, I mean, yeah, should we talk about like JConcepts in this? And
well, this is what. Okay, so let's
go deep in the drama.
Right. Yeah, of course, we're going to go right into the drama, because I heard what happened after, like, so we saw that there was some banging going on before that, by the way, as well, like in the beginning of the race between them. But I think that was it was rough, but yeah, I get it. That incident with Spencer, I'm kind of with Riley. What was you going to say, Riley?
Yeah, no, I was just going to say exactly what Max said about how the reason Broc left Associated was because they favored Spencer. That's exactly what it was in my eyes. But I think that, yes, I think this was more Spencer getting a hot head and just over driving Broc for no reason. But we haven't seen A3. You should probably put that one up.
Yeah, I'm putting that up now. But I'm going to be honest with you.
Last incident's kind of crazy.
I'll be honest with you. I think Spencer's kind of fed up with getting punted right now, because he got punted in Truggy at Silver State really hard. Like, he did. Now, I don't think the driver that did it on purpose, but Spencer was pissed off about it. Like, and I like, look,
Keenan.
I'm liking this Spencer. I'm liking I'm going to wear my emotions on my sleeve, Spencer.
Yeah, Spencer is much more fiery, but
I got
it's
something to say.
Really. Because he drives his best.
I got something
when he's.
One second, Riley. 1 second.
Because, like, remember 2015 when he won the World Championship?
Mm-hmm.
He didn't give a shit. Like, that was probably like one of his first World Championships. He was just there driving, having fun. I think that's when Rivkin does his best. But I mean, yeah, I could be wrong, but I think it's good that he has rivalry. But he needs to get some sort of successes here soon, because he's most of these times, like, he's getting the short end of the stick. Like, I guess now, yeah, he won, but yeah, he's
got to get a little bit aggressive. He's got to put his elbows out. His elbows out. Go ahead, Riley. By the way, real quick, everybody, this is A3, courtesy of Live RC. I pay my $5 every month, and you just go directly to this main. It's well worth it for me. Dakota fan actually wins this. But the Rive, watch this race. Right now, we got going on with Broc and Rivkin. By the way, Rivkin is the only person that's doing that triple down there, and it made a lot of time up. Go ahead, Riley. Sorry, what was you gonna say?
Yeah, so I was just talking. I wanted to talk about that Silver State Ebuggy race. So if you watch at the beginning when they're lining up, the dude that took out Spencer goes into reverse to go into his spot.
He what? Sorry, repeat that.
He reversed into his spot. He went backwards while his car was still going forward. Like, it's still pointed in the forwards direction.
I did not see that. I would have to see that to fully understand what you mean by it.
He just backed up, like, reverse, like you're illegally reversed, but
oh, you mean
under the clock? So
you mean because he had reverse on his car?
Yeah, he had reverse on his car like a basher.
Yeah, but a lot of people have reverse on the E-Truggies and E-Buggies in RC 8 scale.
But not in a race situation.
So long as he doesn't use it in a race situation.
Well,
was he racing when he used it? I get what you mean. I get what you mean.
I'm just saying the guy that took him out looked like a basher before the race even started.
Oh, okay. He's not though. He's actually really good. So, okay, there we see. All right, let's go back. All right. So Riley was telling me about reverse. So they're near the end of this race. This is Broc and can you see this, guys? So this is Broc and Rivkin going at it. They're really going at it. Yeah, but it's coming up. So is it a little bit? Oh,
yeah, that's the end.
Let's go back. All right.
2 laps to go.
But there's Rivkin getting at Broc, right? You see that? So he's walking on. This is where I believe he said, fuck you. That's what I heard he said. And yeah.
Hannah looks so uncomfortable up there.
Who looks so uncomfortable up there? How much was it? 2 laps to go?
Hannah Hardson. She looks so uncomfortable. Okay,
so here we go. All right, so this is where this starts getting sketchy. So I think it's on the next lap. So we got Broc in front. Max, are you watching this?
Yeah.
Broc's in front, and that's Rivkin. And he's coming on, and he bumps Broc right there once, right? You see that? I thought that was was it 3 times?
Dude, so Spencer and Broc got into it on that double before the
Here it comes. All right. So that's where so let's watch that again. Here we go. So Spencer hits him in that same spot right there, right?
2 laps in a row.
Right. 2 laps in a row. And then Broc, I can't see from this angle, but it doesn't look like the hit pushed him to that way. It just looks like he got frustrated and he gunned it over there and he crashed. But I think whoever's making that noise, can you stop, please?
Yeah, I think it was me.
Yeah, so that starts that. Like, so Spencer doesn't stop. I think Spencer should have stopped or something should have happened because he hit him twice in that spot. Like, twice in that spot.
I don't
like the
think
same
Broc
place.
Got frustrated. Like, I watched it pretty slow, and I think that Spencer hit Broc, and Broc wasn't able to get his car going back straight.
Maybe let's go back a fraction and have a look. Hold on. Unfortunately,
But no,
I can't.
So
I can't slow this
Spencer
on
completely cleans out Broc on this double that's on the left right there. And so that's why Spencer's charging to catch back up right now. That's why he's behind. They were together earlier in the race.
Right, but look how fast Broc catches him up. Like, he's so pissed off right now. So pissed off.
He is pissed.
Look how fast they're going at the end of that straightaway. Damn.
But like, you got to think about it. This guy has a title. He's a world champion, and he's hit this guy 3 times in one race.
Yeah, but I get why Spencer's doing that. He's pissed off. And here he goes. And I bet you this is what Spencer's saying. This is what Spencer's saying. Yeah, that's what it was like in A1. I raced you just like you raced me in A1. Fuck off. That's what I would be saying right now. I think that's what Spencer Rivkin's saying.
They're like actually fighting. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But what I like is how Spencer leaves like a guy in between them.
I don't know. Yeah. So anyway, I think Spencer goes over and does the interview her. I don't know if it's on. Is it on her? Maybe. I don't think we can hear it, but hold on. Let me see. Yeah. That's what he has to say.
No, just leave it on. It was going.
Could you hear it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let me turn off this. 1 second.
No, he talks about the incident in A1.
All right,
but
let me turn this up. So that's what he has to say.
Okay.
Here with Spencer Rivkin, man, all the way down there at the end. You guys bumped and grind in the first one. Now in this one, what are you thinking on that wing kind of clipping right there? What was up?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing in AMA number 1. So he wants to drive me like that. I'll drive him right back how he wants to drive me. So yeah, I mean, it's not fun when we're out there, battling with pins and needles. But I mean, the first main was ridiculous. I thought I got the short end of the stick. It came down to MA number 3. Yeah, I mean, I gave him a little tap.
All right. I like this Spencer Rivkin. I really do.
Yeah.
I like this Spencer Rivkin.
Yeah, he's
I like it. I thought it was going to be Befend, but him and Broc are enemies. I like it. So this is what I heard. So my source at the race, this is what my source at the race told me. He said after that, Broc was screaming at Rona in the pits in front of everybody, telling him to pick a side. Like meltdown city right there at the race. And Rona does not like that. Like Rona likes everything to be cool and calm at the race and everything in private. So of course Rona's gonna pick Rivkin. Rivkin's of way more value to JConcepts than Broc Champlain. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But this guy, I think I get why Broc's upset. I get it. But I get why Rivkin's upset too. But I love this rivalry. I love it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. They really dislike each other. They really do. And Spencer's got a lot of haters. So I was looking on the YouTube chat. Like there was people in there like, yeah, go fuck yourself, like Spencer Rivkin. Like not like there was one guy like, yeah, just like, oh, I was like, they were ripping into him. So I think he's embracing the hate and just saying, oh, well, people's not going to like me anyway. I might as well just fucking do it. Like, and putting his elbows out. Yeah, he must have said after Silver State, like, I'm going. But, Riley, so what else did you hear? What else did you hear about this? You heard anything else about this incident? I told you guys about this, by the way. I told you guys about this.
I didn't know about J-Ro getting yelled at, but I did know that Broc was getting all yelled at for a second by Spencer. Man, what else do I know? Oh, I heard about TLR having some prototype parts on that two-wheel.
I'm not surprised about that.
So, dude,
by the way,
two-wheel was
where's
insane.
the TLR 8 scale?
We'll talk about that later.
Probably on the bench
prototypes for it. They have like 10 prototypes already. What's going on, guys?
Yeah, it hasn't been released yet. But let's talk about this because they're killing it in 10 scale right now. They are killing it.
Dude, their two-wheel is stupid dialed. They figured some stuff out. So what I think is I seen like a picture of the car in air and I zoomed in real close. And I think that there's some stuff in the rear end that's different, like the rear hinge, or not hinge pin, but the rear ball stud mount looks a little bit different. And then I think the transmission looks a little bit different, but it also looks the same. So I'm probably wrong on that one. But if I look at the front end looks a little bit different. Like the caster block looks a little bit different, and then the what is that? The steering block looks a little bit different. Like the steering block's tab for the ball stud looks like it's a little bit longer, so that can make things a little bit smoother, shorter steering link.
Yeah, but but let's talk about it. I mean, TLR dominated this event. Fenn would have won four-wheel drive, but in his first A1, he was leading like so far in front, and then something happened where his car stopped. And then in the second race, he actually crashed and then fell so far back. But two-wheel drive, he killed it. He killed it in the last main. Cav was good. Cav was good at this race. Look, all right. We gave Cav a lot of crap about 8 scale, but he is one of the drivers that has reinvented himself and figured out this carpet racing out of these old guys, because older guys. Tebow isn't racing 10 scale anymore. Mayfield was. Let's bring up some results here. See where Mayfield was. Riley, can you do that? Well, I got it right here. Yeah. So let's see.
You want a
qualify? 16 four-wheel drive, and then I don't even see him in two-wheel drive.
Yeah, like did he make two-wheel drive?
15.
Cavalieri qualified 5th in 4-wheel and got 3rd in 4-wheel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but Cavalieri definitely is the strongest. Yeah, Cavalieri definitely has been looking very strong in tennis. Like he's been sometimes out qualifying Fenn, which is kind of amazing. Like his 8 scale has been the biggest issue, to be honest.
Right.
Which is surprising.
Out of these, so let's look at Tasman, because these are guys who do 10 scale on a regular. Tasman 6th, Mayfield 5th in two-wheel drive.
Yeah.
Where's 4-wheel drive? Tasman 5th, Mayfield 6th.
Yeah, Mayfield 6th.
I'm gonna be honest with you. The race is right now on carpet. Right now, the race is between Fendis on top, number 1 in America.
Oh,
top.
Yeah, no doubt.
Cavalieri, Rivkin, and Broc. Those are your 4 race main guys.
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna see Mayfield and I don't think we're gonna see Mayfield and Ty catch those guys. And
no.
I don't know if these young guys are gonna catch them. I mean, they are coming. Like this guy Aaron Kaufman's really good. I know Harley Yosh is really good.
Yeah.
But I mean, look at
Rinderknecht and all these kids.
Yeah, well, look at Matthew Gonzalez. He's down in 9th, and then David Bada, who's moved out to mod, which is good to see. He's in 11th. I mean, those are 2 hopefuls. But yeah, I think Cav has really adapted to 10 scale carpet. And the thing is, I told you guys before this, like, it's the future. Like 5 years from now, dirt racing, or I would say 10 years from now, dirt, like clay racing 10 scale is going to be few and far between. It's all going to be carpet because it's just so much easier.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that, Riley?
Oh, yeah. Carpet, I don't know about. I think carpet will be like 75% of 10 scale racing. I wouldn't say more than that, just because dirt racing has complete different characteristics, and people will go out of their way to get those that carpet just doesn't offer. So I think there will still be dirt tracks. Like I'm pretty sure the Plex will be here for the next 10 years, so I don't have to worry. But yeah, I think other people definitely will have to worry about their track going to carpet.
All right. So why do you think that Mayfield and Testman are having such a hard time with this carpet stuff, Max?
I think they're just more focused on 8 scale, and carpet isn't like, you have to have a very different driving style and approach. For some reason, I'm surprised Testman is that bad that he's been at these races, because he's been good on carpet before. Mayfield has never been that good on carpet. He's always better when it's lower grip, or at least sort of inconsistent grip, or not sort of like this sort of where the car sticks too much like carpet it usually does. So Mayfield, I think he's never sort of been good on carpet. Testman, I can see him be really good on carpet, so that's why I'm a bit confused why he isn't performing quite well. yeah, it doesn't look very good.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's really hard to say, but for Mayfield, I'd say the issue is just he's more focused on 8 scale. For Testament, it might be practice. It might just be sort of where he gets to test. So if he
Mm-hmm.
doesn't have any tracks to test that, that could be one of the reasons.
I would agree with that. But yeah. All right. What else, Riley? Who impressed you at this
I want
race?
to talk.
Go ahead. There you go, buddy.
Oh, I'll tell you. I'll tell you why Tessman and Mayfield aren't doing that great. So first off,
Okay.
Mayfield, he's kind of a team guy in my eyes. I always saw him better when he had like 2 or 3 people he could like relay information with. This race, he's pretty much by himself. I don't think there was another Yokomo, or at least there definitely wasn't another fast mod Yokomo guy there. And then I think the reason Tessman hasn't been doing well, so to like build on Max's point of Mayfield never being good on carpet, I kind of disagree with that because I've seen him like go overseas to Japan and wax all their guys, and I've seen him travel and do really, really good on carpet. It's just I haven't seen him do that like recently. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean he's I don't
he's not I've never seen him.
Yeah, like Mayfield came to EOS and finished I think second or third or whatever it was, and he's been like Mayfield is good on carpet, but he's never sort of that number one guy on carpet. Whereas on dirt he could be. And Testman, I've seen him do good on carpet at EOS. He did few rounds at EOS. Yeah, he was really bad at 2015 Worlds, but then sort of all the other carpet races he's been to, he's been all right. He's not that great, but he's compared to other Americans, he should be up there. So I think it's just like lack of practice on this surface and then setup, finding the good setup.
Yeah, I think that Testman just needs like a local track, and then he'd be gnarly fast at 10 scale. But he just hasn't. He needs to live somewhere else, and that's just I don't think gonna happen.
Yeah, especially now with COVID, like he's struggling to get the races at times. It seems. So I don't know.
I talked to him. It's not as bad as he said it. He's able to drive across the border pretty freely now.
Okay.
So I mean, it's not as bad.
It's like a 1 day, 2 day drive.
Yeah, it's far.
Like to go to Cali. It's like that's a long time to waste just on traveling, instead of living in California and flying to these races, or living in anywhere else like Midwest.
Well, if he was to live in the States, it definitely would not be Cali. I don't think so, anyways, just because of price to live there.
Okay, yeah, sure. But I mean, yeah, in terms of RC Midwest, or like right now, if I was someone who was looking to go pro in RC, I moved out to Midwest, There's so many fast guys, like, and the thing that there's so many like rising fast guys, so you get a lot of attention through them. So yeah, I think Midwest right now is like the
move to Omaha, Nebraska.
Do not move to Omaha, Nebraska, Max.
That sounds awful.
Dude, that's the place to be.
Hey, so this is where the nationals will be. Carpet nationals will be at this race in a month's time. So we get to see Broc and these guys go at it. So I get it. Here's the thing. I get it why Broc has to do good at these races, because he's not really doing well on dirt. He's not doing well on he hasn't run 8 scale. When he did, he wasn't doing well. Yeah. I mean, I shouldn't say he's not doing well, but he's not winning. Like Broc is known as a carpet specialist.
Not exceeding expectations.
Right. So he's known as the carpet expert. So he's supposed to win all these type of races. Yeah. But I just think that Fenn's got his number. I think Fenn's got all these guys' numbers. I think if Europeans came tomorrow, Fenn is my pick to beat the Europeans.
Oh, 100%. It's like, to me, if there was worlds held on carpet, if
there was a worlds held on carpet or dirt, Fenn's gonna win. I'm sorry.
No.
Okay, I mean,
Mikhail Orlowski, dude.
Yeah, he's good.
If it's on carpet, it's between Fend, Orlowski, and Coelho. If it's on dirt, it's between like Fend, Coelho, maybe someone like Ongaro or Ronefolk.
Mayfield.
I
Ten
don't
scale,
know.
definitely Mayfield's in the equation.
Cavallari.
Mayfield is in, but like, yeah, Mayfield and Cav should always be in.
Tessman.
But it needs to be sort of their style of track. It can't be something they are not comfortable with. But yeah, tool drive, in my opinion, is much more interesting. There's much more variables in tool drive.
Yeah, it's
because there you like all the cars are pretty like you could like last time like Ungara was about to win the Worlds in tool drive, and just at the end like Rivkin ended up winning it. But yeah, tool drive is going to be much more interesting. Yokomo has a great car. TLR now has a good car. Schumacher and Associated all have a decent car. Obviously, Schumacher suffers when it's third, but yeah, I mean, 10 scale is looking like American level of 10 scale has risen quite drastically,
but it's not as deep. It's not as deep as European racing.
Oh, 100%.
Because everybody's still running stock.
Yeah, exactly. So a lot of people who should be at the sort of next step below the pros, that a lot of that crowd is still running stock and doing like goofy stuff. Whereas in Europe, like everyone runs mod, everyone tries to sort of race against the competition, and I think sort of the depth of the field in Europe is much deeper.
I would agree.
Again, like I gotta be honest now, I'm not comfortable saying Orlowski is better than Fend on carpet even.
I am telling you guys now, and you have to fucking admit it. Let's just fucking say it right now. Dakota Fend right now is the best all-around driver out there in both disciplines, 8 scale and fucking 2 and 10 scale. Simple as that.
If we count just those two classes, yes. Agree. But if we count touring with it, then
I'm not. I'm just counting these two classes because Mayfield runs both class. So Mayfield. So all right. So this is how I look at it right now, and this is gonna hurt a lot of people's feelings. Right now, at a USA American 8 scale race, 2 people are winning. There's another couple guys that can win, but I know 2 people are gonna be in the hunt: Dakota Fend or Ryan Mayfield. Now, from third back, there's a plethora of people, and there's no offense to my friend like Tebow. I think Mason Fuller is one of these guys that can beat these guys. I think Tebow can beat them too, But these guys are showing out right now. I think right now, like Mayfield's obviously confident. Like he's got that confidence in 8 scale. Dakota Fend can win at any 8 scale track, but he's probably not as confident as Mayfield. But in 10 scale now, Fend shows up and he can win anywhere, I think.
Oh, Fend is the Mayfield of 10 scale,
Right.
He's doing
so for me,
8 scale. Yeah.
That makes him the better all-around driver at this exact moment right now in RC.
Yeah,
he is the better all-around driver.
I agree.
I think Orlowski's better than both.
No, Orlowski doesn't have the 8 scale
he just got
pedigree.
third, though.
No, that he does not have the 8 scale pedigree of fucking Fend, dude. Trust me.
But he also
and that's Ebuggy. That's Ebuggy. No, exactly. That's why he can't be put in. I said best all-around driver right now.
Mikael does on-road. That should count for something.
We're not talking about that. We're talking about 10 scale.
But if
and 8 scale.
I want to say this because people always forget this, but Bruno Coelho is a world champion in touring. He's the European champion in 8 scale off-road, and he's a European and a world champion in 10 scale off-road. Like he's hands down the most all-around talented guy in RC, no doubt.
I agree there. But right now,
if we take just 10 scale and 8 scale, so the best sort of off-road all-rounder, I gotta be agreeing with you here. It's gonna be Fend.
And Orlowski has not. I get it. You want to be for Orlowski, Riley. I get that because he just finished third at the Ebuggy Euros. And I like Orlowski, and he's damn good in 10 scale and touring and all that stuff. Not as good as Coelho in touring. but he has to cut his teeth. Nitro is a whole fucking different animal, like completely different from Ebuggy.
Yeah.
Like you could, like these guys are pissed off about not winning these Ebuggy Euros. Trust me, but they don't give a fuck. Like they're focused. Like, oh yeah, Nitro is the glory. That's where we're going. So Mikhail has to prove himself there, whereas Fenn's already doing that and has done that. He's won.
Yeah,
he's been racing Nitro for so long.
10 years. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
He won his first World National Championship like 2013.
Yeah, but he won his first ever 8-scale championship this year. So Macau has a long way to go. He's still
yeah. But I mean, Fence won Chuggy and
right. But right now, if there was a 10-scale worlds right now on carpet or dirt, I think I'm picking Van. Right now,
nationals or worlds.
Worlds.
Carpet, I'm picking Michal.
I didn't say it would be a damn good fight in carpet, but in dirt, I think he wins.
Yeah, in dirt, it's gonna be. Fend, I think. Depends on the track.
I just think he's the best all-round driver.
If it's the European style track, Fend's gonna suffer a bit, but if it's anything sort of American,
I think Fend is going to show all you guys who keep saying that it's a European style track. He's going to the fucking world warm-ups here, apparently. I think it doesn't matter. I think Fend's going to be good. I think Fend and Mayfield are going to be good at the worlds and a few other Americans. But right now, on carpet, right now, or to dirt, if they had a worlds right now in 10 scale, Fend wins. I'm sorry. What do you think, Riley? I know, okay, on carpet, it's going to be a very big battle team. Him, Orlowski, Coelho, and probably like Broc and those guys. But right now, anyway, I think he is. Max says he agrees. Riley, who's the best all-round guy for you right now?
Man. I don't know.
Riley don't know too much about the 8 scale stuff, see?
Yeah, no, I do. I follow 8 scale. It's just I don't know. I feel like Mayfield's just so credible, but Cav is so like if we're talking about right now, probably Finn. But like if we're talking about the most credible GOAT, we're talking about Cav.
Yeah, I mean, okay, yeah, but that's a different.
No, but we're talking about like right now at the time.
Right
at
now,
this time.
Yeah. But actually one thing I thought of, which is interesting, right now in America, there isn't that sort of because back in the day, you remember Ryan, and Tebow. You know, that was the like every time Scotty was saying Ryan, Tebow, that was the top 3. Like sometimes Lutz came in, sometimes there was some other guys. Like back in the day, Drake and he were in there. But that was always the 3, like Ryan, Tebow. But right now, you don't have that. You have Mayfield, sometimes Fend, and then the rest. Then
Fuller's been a consistent third.
Consistent third, but I mean, not even close to winning. Let's be like,
I think he's on the cusp.
Fuller. I love Fuller, and I think he's gonna win soon. But so far, he hasn't had that sort of ride where he could have.
He has not. He has not. It's coming though. It's coming.
It is for sure, and I'm fully a fan of him. But this is just the facts. Sorry, but So we have in 10 scale, we have Dakota Fend, who's almost winning everything. We have Rivkin, Champlain, and then sometimes Cavalieri. So we have a big sort of gap at the top on both lots, because before it was always Ryan, Tebow. You have 3 cars. There's always like an even Testman showing up in at the later days. You know, there's always like 3 or 4 drivers who could win every race they went to. Right now, it's just like Fender, Mayfield on 8 scale, and 10 scale, it's like Fend, and if Fend blows out, then maybe Rivkin. You know, so it's there's no sort of like depth of the top 5 where they could all fight for the win. I feel. So that's disappointing in American scene, because whereas in Europe, there's like Canas can win, Ongara can win, Ronefol can win. It's more sort of balanced right now in European, especially 8 scale, than it is in America.
Where did Canas start? Wasn't it 6th?
Who? Keenan froze.
Canas. Where did Canas start?
Yeah, he started 6th in Ebuggy.
That's crazy.
All right. So before we sign out her, we got the nationals coming up her in a few weeks. Carpet nationals and the dirt nationals. Make your pick real quick, Riley. Who you think's gonna win? And who you think's gonna do well in stock at this race? I wanted to pick your brain real quick on that.
Which one, dirt or carpet?
On the carpet one.
All right. So, man, Tom Renderneck's gonna win.
That's a fanboy.
Because he's my homie.
Whoa, he is a Tom fan. Okay,
Tomboy.
Dude, if Tom wins this race, I'll shave my head.
But stock or mod?
Classes.
Or can he run both?
He has to win. I don't think he's running stock 2-wheel, but if he's running both mod 2-wheel and mod 4-wheel, if he wins both, I'll shave my head.
Wow. Okay, you said that on the podcast.
Yeah, that's now locked in.
But first, it is pretty locked in. But for stock, oh man,
who the fuck even races stock? Why do we pick stock?
Because I think Brennan Schimmel's gonna win it.
Okay,
he's been killing it on carpet.
It's either gonna be Brennan. It's either gonna be Brennan or Kyle Go, or like a local.
I would go
Their locals destroyed Doug Leverrier. Like I think Doug got like 6th. I gotta look. It was pretty bad, and I would expect Doug to clean up on all their locals.
But, all right, what's the percentage?
I don't really know.
What's the percentage of another Broc and Rivkin blow up at the Nationals in a month's time, max?
Pretty damn high.
About a 50-50. Yeah.
Really? I'm got it at fucking
90.
80-20.
I mean, it could be like, if we're talking carpet nats, like they could be different speeds. Like Broc strong in four-wheel drive. Like Broc could win four-wheel drive. Two-wheel drive, Broc could suck, or he could be like second. Rivkin, you don't really know. Two-wheel drive is the more. I don't think they're gonna clash in four-wheel drive. The associated car is better now, but still, I don't know.
That's
I think Fenn
wins. Yeah, in my opinion, though, like it's pretty clear. Fenn will win two-wheel drive. I'd like to pick Broc for four-wheel drive, but I afraid it's just like Fenn is too confident. Like if he wins two-wheel drive, he's just like dominating. But yeah, I'll go with Fenn two-wheel drive. Broc second, Spencer third. Then I'll go with Broc four-wheel drive. Then Rivkin and Fenn. That's my top three.
What's the over under that Broc is going from JConcepts after that meltdown?
I doubt it. Like he's been there all the time, but yeah, I mean,
yeah, but this is getting to a head right here. Spencer Rivkin, star, world champion, national champion.
I'm like afraid for Broc because like right now it seems like every sponsor he's getting into trouble with. Like AE, now JConcepts, like
Reds.
Reds. Even like Reds he has issues with.
Yeah, he has issues with everything. Yeah. How about you, Riley? What about you? Any closing comments before we get out of here? Dude?
I don't think that Broc will get kicked off of JConcepts, but if he does, I guess I won't be surprised because Broc's kind of a spaz when it comes to things that he says. But yeah, no, I still think that this whole weekend, all the drama was because Spencer doesn't like Broc and he hates losing to him more, and he just couldn't hold his little hatred for Broc in, and so there was drama. But so if you watch the A1, Spencer and Broc do get into it a couple times, but every single time the person that did the hacking was the bigger loser of the situation. So I really think that there shouldn't have been any drama in A3. I don't think that Spencer should have drove the back bumper off of Broc, because I guarantee you Broc doesn't have a bumper on that thing hanging still. And so, yeah, those are my little closing statements about that situation. And also, I should also like build on that a little bit. So this has been going since Vegas. It happened in Vegas too. Broc cleaned out Spencer. So now it's probably It's probably 1-1. I would say. I think that it should just go away, and there shouldn't be drama like that. Like I think the drama should be more or less who won instead of who took who out. But whatever.
This is racing, dude. It's always gonna happen.
But
I love
mean,
it.
Imagine, like, guys, imagine the scenario where instead of some, I mean, coverage look good though. So live RC, like basic coverage, there was some guy filming with a camera, like behind the scenes. You'd see it, all that. How much drama and sort of enjoyment could we get out of this? RC is interesting, and stuff like this, like, it makes it more interesting.
Hey,
in my eyes.
I always
People take this stuff seriously.
Look, yeah, but at this point, that's money. We're talking money.
Mhm.
We're talking money, livelihood.
Yeah, he probably just lost $2,000 getting taken out like that.
Exactly. I always film after the race, coming off the driver's stand, or after a race, after a big pro A-main. I always sit around and film it because I know there's going to be some comments or some heated comments. I did it at Silver State. I did it at DNC. And it's just my spot because that's where you're going to catch people in the heat of the moment. And that's what we need. I love that stuff. I love this new Spencer. It's like saying, fuck it. Yeah. I think Brock's going at JC. I think it's going shortly, if not by the end of the year.
I think at the end of the year he'll leave.
Yeah, I don't know where he goes because but then again, Schumacher and JC have a relationship too. So who knows?
Yeah.
I think that Rivkin, I just think these guys don't like each other. I think Rivkin and Fenn have a thing going as well. But this is Brock's thing is taking over.
Maybe Rivkin just having things with everyone.
Yeah, why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? We need that bad boy. There we go. Rivkin's the new bad boy of RC. There, I said it. I said it.
The new crybaby of RC.
Oh, see, now we're gonna get in trouble. But I like that. I like Riley for saying that.
Didn't Cav used to like take tantrums too?
Yes. So
I mean, he's just learning from his sort of. I mean, like,
Mayfield's
come on,
had
like
some tantrums.
like yeah, like Mayfield has some, but like Cavalier used to throw tantrums.
Oh
too.
yes,
I think, like, he was sort of the big brother.
Dude, Mayfield brings
it like associated.
I don't know. Mayfield brings a spare radio just in case he smashes one. So
nah, he's over that.
Yeah,
but I mean,
I think Mayfield's much more calm these days. I haven't seen him rage like that anymore because before he used to be like going mad.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Driving like insane, but he doesn't do that no more.
So
maybe he got therapy.
So
I mean, yeah,
true story.
Why not?
So I heard also that Cav and Dakota saw all this take place with Rona and Broc. And I heard someone said, "Hey, Cav, remember when you used to do that?" And they just burst out laughing. That's what I heard. That's what I heard.
But I mean, come on. Like,
it's true though. It's true. Cav used to make off.
Cav. Yeah.
Cav, I watched Cavallari.
Yeah, he will tell everyone off, not just.
I watched Cavallari fuck Richard Saxon off one time.
Yeah.
Like, and I was just like, whoa, like, damn. So, I bet Cav probably saw that and probably said, I feel for you, Broc. It ain't gonna get you nowhere. I think it's out at JC. I think Broc, this rivalry isn't over. It's gonna boil over, and I like it. So we have Schumacher versus AE right now, and then TLR beating everybody.
Yeah.
So, did you guys watch the live stream?
I did not.
I just watched
I'm sorry. I caught that last little bit of the interview. I caught the last main live of the weekend.
Max? No?
No, I didn't saw the interview. But I mean,
okay, so I'll talk about
Rivkin was quite aggressive.
Real quick, Riley, because we're gonna wrap it up soon. What did you want to talk about?
Yeah, I'll just talk about the coverage. So this was done by Mod, which is basically done through Live RC, but this is Matt Olson Designs.
Yes.
So Matt and his, I think, girlfriend go to the races with sometimes help, but this time was just him and his girlfriend, I do believe. I'll talk about the negatives and I'll talk about what I like. So first off, the negatives are his microphone. It either needs to be completely turned off or he needs a completely different microphone because that thing is like an inch away from his mouth and it catches every single breath. And I even told him this, and I heard him messing with it, and it didn't really adjust it too much. But that's a negative. Another negative is they're doing a raffle. So basically, in my eyes, what I see by this raffle is it doesn't make he's not making enough money from JConcepts to be out there, and so he's doing a raffle, which it's kind of like a 50-50 negative positive thing for me. So the negative, it just doesn't look very professional. The positive, it definitely helps out. Like he's getting another income to go to races. I do understand why he's doing it. Just personally, I don't think it's very moral. But yeah, that's my probably last negative. Him and his girlfriend, they're doing pretty awesome though. Otherwise, like the less Matt talks, the more enjoyable I find it. But his girlfriend, for the little experience that she has doing camera work, she does a really awesome job. She does good zooming in and staying on focus with whoever's the entertaining battle at the moment.
Yeah, that's one thing I wanted to comment, because camera work is much more important than people understand. Like a lot of these 8-scale events have fucking shitty ass camera work. Like this race seemed to have pretty good. Like the camera stayed on the car, so actually having a good cameraman is a pretty big deal for it looking professional.
Real quick, I wanted to touch on that. I did want to shout out to Matt because he does a damn good job. I did like the guy who was calling the races at the race, so he could have left him race. He was pretty good. I enjoy Matt too. I get your pet peeves. I'm trying to work that out with my personal lavalier mics as well. Not hearing every breath. But for what he does with his girlfriend and maybe just some help, he does it. And you know what? I know he doesn't make a lot of money because I'm going to these races and I'm just about, I'm not making any money. You know what I mean? I am spending a little bit of, I'm using podcast money to go there and all that type of stuff. So he's not getting a lot of money doing this. He's super busy. So I get it why you have to make some money. You know what I mean? I'm just glad that we have it.
I just think
because we had some good racing.
I just think that he should charge more. If he doesn't think he's getting enough, he needs to charge more. I know he wants to be at that race though, bottom line.
Right, but that comes. So he worked out a deal with JConcepts to get that. And he has to stick within that budget the entire time while he's out there. He has to make that budget work. So, and then hopefully next year he gets more budget. But it's just like anything. You just put that.
Yeah. The thing with Matt is he's starting out. Like he has a very good work ethic. He does things that look good. So I think if Matt keeps growing this could become something that Live RC sort of incorporates into their thing as well. Like having
he does work with them.
Having them, having Matt be part of the team and then have someone announcing or someone from Live RC doing some stuff, be it Tyler Hooks or Scotty or whoever. But I think this sort of, if Matt can build something that works with two people and then you have one person free to do anything else, come on, that's great.
Yeah, but see what it is, you have to understand the reason that people can afford to have him to do this at races is because he doesn't cost as much as Live RC. So
but
he has to do it. He's a great option if you can't get Live RC there. So he just needs to figure it out where he can make. I know the process that he's at because I'm kind of there myself. We're in different.
He's building up.
Right. We're in different atmospheres. What up?
So JConcepts is the host for the race. They can choose what tracks they want to go to. So what I think is there should be a ballot for tracks to decide what race they pick, but they should also have a fee to place your ballot and then use that money and then use that for media.
Yeah, but tracks ain't making no money. No. Tracks let's do the math. Yeah. Let's how many entries.
Successful track.
See how many entries are at this race. So because JConcepts has to make money too, right?
Yeah.
This is so there were 208 entries at this race. 208 entries. So that's I get what you're saying. But to people, tracks are just trying to make the money as well. JConcepts got to make the money, and Matt has to get some money in the return for this. And I think It's just, I'm telling you, Riley, the money ain't there. Like it's these companies are they guard their money. Like they're paying so much. Like, could you imagine how much you think JConcepts is paying for travel for its team? And
team, probably 5 to 10 grand.
What? Are you insane? They're probably paying way more than that. And don't forget, they're also taking the media person with them to every race.
JConcepts only has like 5 or 6 people that they fly out.
They had to fly out. Yeah, but I'm telling you, like how contracts are done. Like they had to fly out. They had to fly out Rivkin and Mayfield, right? Then they had to fly out Hannah, and then Rona was there. Then they had, like, if you look on the East Coast, they had Bornhorst. I'm not saying they gave him money. Maybe he has, all these different drivers. They probably have travel budgets that JConcepts contributes to. So if Bornhorst goes to this race at LCRC, maybe he used a little bit of budget from her. That's how it works. So I bet you they're paying out a lot, and then they're sending the media. So this race, 200 entries. Plus media, plus that. Like I'm telling you, like the track has to make money.
But I don't think races like this need like high, like super high level coverage, because that's not like
exactly
what the race is about. I think this level Matt's putting out is enough.
It's perfect.
I think it's perfect for this type of race.
Yeah, I think it's perfect.
But I think the point I was trying to get at was I think Matt has this functioning system with like minimum effort.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe he can show live RC some things, or show race organizers some things, how to make the process of streaming these events smoother, and by that cheaper. So in the future, like being to hire live RC would be cheaper. They would have to have less people in to produce higher level of coverage.
But that's the issue though, Max. It's live RC is on a different level. And it's like RC Racing TV. Matt's here, live RC's here. They got big expensive cameras, they got crews, they got all that type of stuff. Matt's doing this like it's like me going to Silver State with my GoPro and doing what I do. It's different levels. He's better than what I'm doing. So I don't think Matt's gonna be like live RC is gonna be. I hope it can be for the Nationals. Anyway, he does a good job. I'm glad he does it. We can go on about this forever.
Yeah.
But I think we got to end this. We've been going on about it. Congratulations to Dakota Fan. Congratulations to Spencer Rivkin. Congratulations to Cavallari. Looking good out there in 10 scale.
Solid again.
Yeah. And thank you, Broc and Rivkin.
The most impressive guy.
I would have to agree with you, Riley. I would truly agree with you there. He was very impressive. Thank you, Broc and Rivkin, for the entertainment. It made my weekend. Really, it did. I love it. All right, guys. With that said, I think that's the end of our podcast. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We greatly appreciate it. We know what? I forgot to do this at the beginning, but if you listen to this podcast is part 1 of a giveaway that I'm actually doing for a new sponsor that I'll announce on Friday. So this is part 1 of this question. It's a hint more than anything, and then you're gonna have to try and guess who it is. So this new sponsor has 2 world champions that I know of that run this product, and they are in 2 different disciplines. So one's in 10 scale off-road and one is in 10 scale touring. That's all I'm gonna say. You can tune in on Friday and you can win. We're gonna give away one of their products, and people's gonna want it. So check that out. We'll do that. Thank you to all the NNRC squad around the world. We can't do it without you guys. Thank you to all the patrons of the podcast. We can't do it without you guys. Appreciate that. Also to the sponsors of this podcast, thank you. We can't do it without you. We can't do it without you guys going there and supporting that, using the links, coupon codes, or let's letting these sponsors know that you heard about them on the NNRC. They are Invisible Speed, TZO 200 Tires, High Tech RCD, TNR Fuels, Mayako, Beach RC, Techno RC, Lugs Racing Tires, JQSM, G-Spec RC Tuning, Papa Willie's Traction Tonic, Racecraft USA, Clinic RC, RCGP, House of RC, the DR Race Shop, JTP RC. Max, thank you for your time. Riley, thank you for your time. I like Riley. He isn't scared to say it, how he feels. I like that. Max, you'll be back answering questions this week on Friday's podcast. Riley, I think we'll get together after the Carpet Nationals.
Right on.
That's the next big 10 scale race. Have fun this weekend, you two, at your races. Max, go get some sleep. I know it's late there. Riley, thank you for your time. God. Yeah, remember, everybody.
I gotta fucking wake up at 6 a.m. tomorrow to go to the track. Fuck.
Oh, well, you get 6 a.m. and go to the track. I'm gonna go to the track. You know what? Nitro is the glory. Ebuggy pays the bills. Stay tuned for the Ebuggy Euro recap with JQ. We'll be dropping on Friday. Hit that notification button. Sure. Say goodbye, Max. Say goodbye, Riley.
Goodbye, everyone. Enjoy RC. Go buy a Mayako.
All right, Max. All right, Riley.
Goodbye,
say goodbye
everyone.
to everybody.
When Max was doing his piece, I also was doing a piece, but you couldn't see it.
Okay. Yeah, we're Peace Brothers.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, guys, thank you for your time.
RC's for everybody.
RC's for everybody. Everyone. Everybody. Everything. Everyone. No, I changed. All right. You guys have a good evening. Thank you for your time. Everybody. Lefty, Max, and Riley. We're out. Short
Peace
outro.
out.